Hey everyone, welcome back to I Dream of Homestead. I'm Josephina and today we are in my garden learning from my mistakes. So I planted some onion sets back in the fall, not knowing anything about onion sets other than they were already a bulb. So I planted all of these all excited, thinking that in June I would get some really big pretty bulbs. Well, we had a freeze happen last month and then it got really hot, and then we had a freeze again and then it got warm again, and now we're cool again. And with all this temperature changing, my onions have gone to seed. So a bunch of these have all of these flowers forming, and so I have been harvesting little by little onions as I need to cook inside. And so today I decided I'm gonna go ahead and pull a bunch of them to make some pickled onions, and I wanted to take you guys along with me. Before we do that though, I did want to give you guys a little update on my plants. And so I'm taking you over to my greenhouse. So I did not have a greenhouse before. This is not like a really nice, pretty big window greenhouse the way I dream of one day having, but it is one of these more affordable ones that you can get off of Amazon. And so let me show you guys. This took me and my daughter no time to put together, and I put berry bushes on the inside to weigh them down, as well as on the outsides to weigh it down. So we've had some pretty windy storms and they've all held up just fine. But check out all of my starts. All of these came from those few trays that I started. So all of these are peppers and tomatillos. All of these are tomatoes. Down here, different kinds of peppers, more peppers, tomatillos, and ground cherries. I'm gonna be keeping what I need for the garden, and everything else I am selling or giving away to some family members. But let's get back to those onions. Okay, so all of the onions are nice and cleaned. This is the biggest one that I got out of this. And I know these look crazy small, and so to just explain real quick, hopefully real quick, why these onions had to be harvested early. I planted onion sets back in October. It was the end of October. And so when you plant onion sets, those are already small little bulbs that have already been through their first year of life. And so those get snatched up early and cured so that they can then be planted. And so the bulbs that I got were actually just a little bit smaller than this is right here. And so when we had that freeze last month, twice I had a freeze, it basically told the onions, okay, that's it, life's over, we're done, time to produce seed. And that's what those flowers were at the top. And once a plant goes to seed, it completely changes the flavor of everything. So that's a lesson learned for me. That tells me I will not be planting sets unless I want some quick spring onions so that I can have really yummy grilling onions. Also, because these went to seed, from everything that I read, the videos that I watched, I cannot store these. I might be able to for just a little while, but they're not gonna last. So the best thing for me to do is to just eat them as I need them. But for these, we're gonna make some pickled onions. This is also called Cebolla and Escabeche. And this is something that my kids and my husband and I absolutely love. We put this as a condiment on top of pretty much anything. I'm gonna use it for dinner tonight. I'm just gonna be grilling some mojo chicken tonight, along with some baked sweet potato and some sauteed broccoli, just a nice simple meal, but we're gonna put these on top of the chicken. I do like to have these nice and thin, so I'll show you about the size that I like to get them to. So that's about the thickness there. Let me pull one of the layers off. Next ingredient is going to be some fresh oregano. I also use dry oregano in this often, but since I didn't have any on hand because I ran out, I just harvested some from the garden and I'm going to use that. Avocado oil or olive oil if that's what you've got. Some garlic powder, salt, and pepper. And all of these ingredients get tossed together. And clearly I've miscalculated the size of the bowl I needed, but I'm gonna make it work because I do not want to wash any more dishes. And now I'm just gonna give it a taste to see if it needs any more salt. Oh my gosh. Oh, these are perfect. So good. So that's it. They are so easy and quick to make. I normally like to let these sit in the refrigerator for at least 30 minutes before I serve them. The longer they sit, the better, because as they sit in there, the lemon juice will start to pull out the sweetness of the onion, and the salt helps to draw out even more of that liquid. So then you get that really yummy, sour, kind of oniony juice that you get that you can put on top of things. Ugh, it is so good. But if you don't have the 30 minutes to wait, you can just serve them immediately. They are absolutely delicious. You can also use fresh garlic in this, as long as you're letting it sit in there for at least an hour, because it'll take out that spicy bite that garlic tends to have when it's eaten fresh. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite way is to prepare and have fresh onions. But that's it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me in the garden and in the kitchen today. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, I hope that you're willing to hit that subscribe button and stick around with me for a while on this journey to becoming a homesteader. See you in the next one.